Alright, welcome back. We are starting the next episode of FTB Interactions in TWPI community. So I left off with a few things that need to be done. I went ahead and completed a couple of those things, and we're going to go over that just real quickly. The first thing is I made a grind obsidian. Now, how that's done is basically you throw down a chemical array, you right-click an obsidian in, and then right-click a water clay bucket, and it makes that for you. The other thing is basically all of this magical stuff. So first, this fully automates the sawmill. Now, I learned this from a friend of mine on TWPI. I believe that she might have gotten this design from a streamer called 2Asgard. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure this is one of his contraptions. Now, these are things I've built on my own. It's to automate the drying rack. I have one on paper right now using strips of plant fibers, which is basically grass and the clippers and that. So that's all automated. This is now automated. So hooray for that. Now this contraption is how you automate the kilns. Now I typically do 4 just because these items in particular they will constantly pull out items. So if I put like some stuff in here, it will just constantly spit out and go in a loop around here. Okay, just to give an example, let's take a stack. Let's take actually 2 stacks. Make a full stack of bricks. Never can have too many. And essentially, it goes in a loop. And what this does is this prevents the items from despawning. So these are just the industrial foregoing conveyor belts. If you walk near it, they will spit stuff out. And these are the industrial conveyor upgrades. Now, each of these insertion upgrades on the kilns are set to insert all items on the conveyor. Okay, so if it passes by, it's going to try to insert it into that kiln. This particular one on the chest is set to inserting items that touch it. That way, if it goes through and it hits this point and it touches it, it's going back into the chest. The exports they just always spit stuff out. Nothing can be done on that. This is set up like the other chest where it inserts if it touches, and these are all just standard exports. And the good thing about the exports is the fact that they won't spit anything out on these kilns until it's done cooking. Now, a little warning on this: if you decide to use these conveyors on the melter, it will pull out liquids. So you're going to want to whitelist what it exports, because it will pull out liquids and you'll end up with a whole bunch of like liquid iron, stone, etc. on your conveyor belt, and it just makes a mess because you just lose it. You have to smash the conveyor or find a container or some way to get it in there. So that's that. This is fire. And fire is used to make things like devil dust or a variant of iron. But we'll go ahead and show you what this does. This basically will make the devil dust. You just throw it in the fire. It emits these particles, so that's how you know it's doing its thing. And when the particles stop, you'll see it actually jump up a little bit, and then you pick it up. And that's how you make some of these items, like the devil dust. So that was pretty much all that was done off camera. Outside of expanding this, we now have all of our string and such. We have completed a couple of quests related to those items. So we completed the white candle. We already did the candleberry and that. We have also completed the automate all the things. And this is one reward that still needs to be claimed. And we'll throw that in there. And that is pretty much where we left off. Now, next on our list, if we are to continue, we need to get this going, which requires the lava bucket to complete it, and we need to get this going. The other thing is we need to get the alchemical condenser going for several of these things. Now, the cyan terracotta, this is why I mentioned that I needed to put the stone all around here. It typically takes about 13 cyan terracotta. I goofed up here. I left one of these empty. I almost fell through the world. It was bad. But basically, you just break it out of here. These ones have slabs underneath it, so it's safe to mine those out. These ones do not. And I pretty much almost fell to my death. But that is that. So let's get started on making that mitt. So the reason we need the mitts in this mod pack is because, long story short, temperature matters in this pack. If you pick up something that's extraordinarily cold, it's going to slow you down. It may even freeze and damage you. If you pick up something hot, it's going to set you on fire. Why do they do it this way? I don't know. Maybe he's a masochist. The mod author? That is my theory. But it's pretty much how he decided to do things. So, making the mitt is fairly easy. You first make the hardened leather, which if you were watching this as I was going, it's 1 leather and 1 pressed wax to make the hardened leather. That's not too hard. The second thing is to make the cloth. As you see here, woven cloth, just a couple of string together, makes woven cloth. And you'll actually use this for several things. You'll use it to get salt as well as for this mitt. So 4 woven cloth and that, and then a slime of some sort, and you get the mitt. Easy peasy. So we have the mitt. Now, taking a look, we got the mitt, which is great. But we need lava. And when we get lava, we need the Philosopher's Stone, which is why I was saying we need to make the alchemical condenser. So that's our next test. Now we should have plenty of this going. Brilliant malwarebytes. Thank you for popping up in midstream. So we'll get that going. We already collected our cyan terracotta. And we're just going to go through and get these made. Just so I can quick reference them. Now we need a couple of charcoal. Do I have wood on me? I do. So we're gonna interrupt this. Get that going, and then we're going to chop down this tree real quick. I was working on some rubber off camera. We're just going to chop that down. Do I want to put another rubber? No, I need to get some more wood. So, mostly logs. So we'll do this. Now, it's been rather nasty to me the last few times. The last few times I've done this, there's big ginormous trees, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time, because the Greg Tech Axe does not work correctly right now. It is bugged. We don't know when they're going to fix it. We don't know if they're ever going to fix it. But that's what it is. Throw this in here. Now, putting this in here, puts on a drying rack, that is how you get the tiny rubber to make the plastic. Is you take the resin, put it up here. It is actually almost done. That gives you dry rubber. So you don't even have to make a bunch of tiny rubber, you just toss it in there. Boom, rubber. Alright, so while that's doing that, do I have one on me? Do I have any on me? Oh. I got 3 right here. So first thing we're going to make is nothing, because I don't have much slime. Is these. We need 2 retorts. So, we are not moving forward, because I need the wood now. And I apologize, that was my wife chasing animals in the background. Well, there's probably a good reason. There's no telling what devious stuff you may do. To go, so we're going to grab that. At any moment. Alright, so this should be popping over some. Now we'll make that other retort. Or not. I thought I had 2 slime. Did I lose a slime? Alrighty then. We have a... I'm not even gonna ask. I am missing that. Alright, and there is our alchemical condenser. Now this is something you will be using a lot in this pack. This will give you early game regeneration, as well as healing and things of that nature, because when you get hurt, eating food doesn't heal you. Alright, so this takes water. So we get some water. We're also gonna need to make a bunch bottles. And for that we need glass, and these kilns are only going to give us glass shards. So this should be enough. The good news about this is this actually does not use a lot of water for a potion. So you can actually get a lot of potions out of this. It also uses materials that you have just laying around. Well, almost. The first one we're going to make, I think, requires beef, if I remember correctly. Which is why I had the beef saved from the trap that we did earlier. Alright, so that's all of that. We do have more beef here, which is good because we're going to go through a lot of it. Just clean all of these out. Stack them in here. Throw that right there for now too, because I don't need it. So we got enough for 9. That'll do. Gonna need some chamomile. Should have some in here. Shards. Which makes 3 bottles. So now all we need is fire. Although, I could just put a bunch of sticks in there. Let's see how many sticks it takes for. Four sticks. So it's double. Alright, good to know. That means it's gonna need that many to go through this whole stack. Now this is enough to complete the quest. And what we're going to need these for is to make this, which I believe we already have everything for. So what this does is this cures zombie villagers. And that's actually what we're going to be summoning here in a little bit. Now I still need to build out the platform, but essentially we're going to be summoning a villager, and then we're going to basically cure it of its zombification. And when it's done, we have a couple of choices on how we can handle it. Now, this is basically letting us know that we can take the apple restoration as sapling and create the various gardens. And we're going to do that because we're going to need all of these gardens. Is that lag? Weird. Because I could have sworn for a minute I saw that they all jumped out and then there was like nothing coming into the chest. But if you notice, we made 3 potions and it only used that much water. So this definitely stretches out the water per potion. Because I believe you only get 3 per bucket the vanilla way. So this way you get a lot more. And now you know why I wanted this. All the apples. Who needs to chop trees down over and over and over again when you can simply plant an apple tree? But I digress. Now is not the time for apples. Now is the time for summoning. The time for sacrifice. The time for hopefully not dying horrible deaths. Now usually when I make this thing, and I do the summoning ritual, something horrible happens to me every single time. Like seriously, every time. Never fails. It is a constant for me in this mod pack. And typically, how it goes is I'll summon the zombie villager, and something just happens. It either gets in a wall and dies, or it spawns in the ceiling. That's happened a couple of times, spawning in the ceiling. That was fun times. Definitely fun times. But something always happens. So we're gonna see if we can prevent something horrible from happening this time. So normally I make sure it has 5 by 5 in there. I'm gonna do 7 by 7 this time around. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 space right there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright, so that's where the altar's gonna be. Alright. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab probably a couple more stacks of cobble. Alright, that should be enough. We're just gonna do this. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can probably go across this way from here. So this is now 5. I'm gonna do one more. And then we're gonna fill her in. Alright. I'll leave that there. Now we need the Zen altar. Zen summoning altar. Which is this thing? According to this, we need a bookcase. Which is made like that. And that is why I started making paper. Because I knew we were going to need that. Now we do have enough leather here, so we're just going to quickly knock that out. And I have bookcases, or not bookcases, but wood right there. So we'll just quickly get this bookcase. And now we'll do rituals. So basically how these things work is the recipe, the first item you put in first, and then the second one. So the first item basically tells you what you're crafting here. And then you put in the second one to initiate the reaction, and then you end up with the result. For those new to using that stuff. So we now have this, which is going to go right there. Now, just as a test. Alright, so I can reach it from there. Good. I think that'll be enough. And I need a gate. Which I believe is vanilla, so we'll see. Yep. And can I still reach you from there? Yep. I can indeed. Good. So typically what I do is I just right-click this, I hit the back, and then there's the zombie villager. So we need the devil dust, we need 2 leather, a beef, and a bone shard. So 2 leather, a beef, a bone, and a bone shard. Now bone shard, if I remember right, is that? Yes. Excellent. Now the order for this, bone's the trigger, so we apply all the stuff and then right click with the bone. So we have beef, 2 leather, two bone, a devil dust, and then shift right click with the bone. And that gives us our zombie. And we just right click it with that. So this was perfect. It didn't jump through anything. It didn't like leap out and kill us. Now I would like to point something out. You notice how it has 150 hit points. That's how the mobs are in this place. Happy fun times. And he's back. He is a villager. Doesn't offer us anything, but he does drop these. So we have a choice. We can wait for our happy fun villager to run around, drop emerald nuggets, and give us an emerald. Or we can kill him and take his heart. So, do we want a shower of emeralds? Or do we want his heart? Decisions. Now, I'll just be honest, if it was me, at this point, I probably would have already killed him. And if I didn't kill him, Ryan probably would have beaten me to it. If I'm being 100% honest here. But I wonder how long it takes for him to poop out emeralds. Because we need 9 of them. Pretty sure. Yep. I suppose while we're waiting, we can work on the other stuff. So, I need to get some of this because I need to get the traps going. I'll throw that in there and pick that one up. Alright. Now, throw these back in here. I'll just toss the seeds over here. He has dropped a handful of emeralds for me. Oh. He's loose! No! No, go away! Go away! I'm gonna have to kill him. I tried sparing, he did. But, I can't have you trashing my, garden. He almost broke all of those. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Oh well, we'll make a new village later. Replanting those. Replanting these. Where is my lettuce? And there you go. That's what happens when you let them get loose. They trash your garden. So even when I try to be nice, I still end up killing them and taking their heart. Oh well. So making this is covalence and a heart. And this recording is witness that I did try to be nice and spare the villager. But no, No. He just had to run out. But we have the Philosopher's Stone, which is one of the big hurdles. Because, if you look at this, this is the overall goals of the entire mod pack. And you get little trophies for every tier. Put this in here for now. We'll create a trophy room for those later. And put these in here for right now. Alright. So I believe we need a bucket of lava. So we put that in our offhand. We slap our obsidian down. We right click it. And we grab our bucket of lava. And as you see, it did indeed take some durability off. So, lava is done. That means we can now start working on this and get our melter done. Now, melter's just going to be a kiln, some porcelain, and a little bit of lava. Let's see, tinker. We're also going to need a porcelain tank. And everything else can actually be the seared versions. So let's get some grout going. Alright, so that'll get grout going. We got 2 stacks of this, so that'll be enough for at least half a stack of glass. And then we're gonna get this going. I'm actually a little sad that we had to kill the villager. Didn't want to kill him. Really didn't want to kill him. Maybe I should move this to like over here so he can't see the crops. These are actually going to be useful later too, so I'll start stockpiling those. Alright, I do need to make a bunch more cobalescent stuff, so while we're waiting on the grout to cook, we're going to jump up and down like idiots. It's the favorite pastime, jumping up and down like idiots. Now, one thing I wish they had is I wish they made it to where the rubber wood worked for charcoal. It works for the other devices, but not for the kiln. Does not work on the kiln. Hitting the wrong button there. Wonder if I have enough EMC. Alright. Alter the queue a little bit. This is actually enough to start. More bones. I do. I got plenty of bones. I know I'm gonna need at least 12. So the melter, okay, that is indeed cooked. Alright, so we'll just quickly make the kiln. And then we're going to take this, place it in there. Probably not enough hammer. So we will make a new one. Story of my life. Not enough hammer, not enough cowbell. There's the melter. And then here's my charcoal, which means it's almost done. One more, there we go. Cool. Take a glass. And we have our porcelain tank. Now, where to put it? Let's just take it up to his room. Guess I'll have to stick it right over here. The cast. The basin. And 2 faucets. Cast. Basin. Faucets. Now, I'm pretty sure it doesn't ask for these anywhere else. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere else. Pie. Alright. Just gonna grab a quick lever. So. And then we just slap that there, slap this on here, and that will automate the melter. Although, we're gonna move this up a little bit. And the reason being is we want to put chest and hoppers under it, but we also want to put a chest and hopper above it. Or maybe in front of it. But this way, when we automate it, it will automatically just go in the chests. We just gotta make the chests. So that's what we'll do. It's almost as if I had a plan for this. one more chest. Alright. So chest. Whopper, so that automates that. I'll take that. And that. How do I have 2 more Whoppers? Did I have a Whopper on me? Maybe I did have one on me. Alright. And obsidian for this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and make these other ones. Just first. Bones first. Bone. Obsidian. Now, I don't care for the cyclic one. The formation one's not bad. The cyclic one is not my favorite for building. It's not. Put that on there. And you. And it gives us our formation one. The formation ones I do actually like. That clears out everything making the overworld blocks. Which requires seed bricks, coalescence, and lead. We also need to do this side quest and this side quest, because you do, without a doubt, want to have leather armor. We have one leather. Got a little in here, but we are going to need leather. At least we'll have no shortage of chicken. Ryan would be proud. All that chicken is waiting to be devoured. Alright, so we're gonna need 5 more leather to make leather armor. I also need the lead blocks. Let this finish up if good. So the one, let's slap these in here. Because we need to make a bunch of coalescence dust. That's enough. Basically the X-tones of reed. The X-tones is just stone and slabs. We're gonna need I'm looking at 10. We got 1 per. Okay. So we're getting 20 seared bricks. Or seared blocks, I should say. That makes 16. So, gotta let the grout go. We're gonna need 40 of the reed blocks. So 5 sets of this. That's going to be 30 slabs, 5 stone. Okay. Fortunately, I did prepare a bunch of stone. So 30 slabs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 40 of that. That should go right there. Probably overkill. There is our wood blocks. Now I need convalescence dust, so I'm gonna grab this sand. I'm gonna grab the gravel too, to be honest. Put it all in there. Make it. Just grabbing all this. And bam. Well, I think we have enough convalescence dust now. So, I need just a set of those. It takes 100 lava. How much lava do I get there? So we are going to need to make 11. So we grab these. Grab those. And that pretty much completes the side. We still need to make the armor, so we're gonna work on that. But that's it. That's the start of the overworld. Just like that. And we are sitting at roughly 5 hours. So not too bad, but definitely not great. Still, pretty quick run overall. And that is pretty much it. for right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it at this. We will build the Overworld Portal and make the armor on the next episode, which I may record later today. We'll see. But for now, I am going to stop it here. And you guys have a nice day.